Hi, folks. In today's episode on freestyling on finance, I'm going to talk about purchasing a home and the benefits and disadvantages that come with that. I've been in home loans for a long part of my career. I've also bought and sold my own property and helped sell a few other properties. So I think I know a few points and I'd like to speak about that. So today there's a fear of missing out, FOMO, because post COVID people have started buying properties, and when people see their cousin or their brother or their sister, friends, etc., buying a property, they've also wanted to buy a property. This has caused a high demand for properties these days. Now, what are the points which you have to take into consideration when you buy a home? One is that you have to put a down payment. If you're going for a loan, then the bank will ask you to put somewhere between 10% to 25% of the property value as the minimum down payment. And considering that some costs have to be borne by you, you can take this as 15% to 30%. Now, to fund this down payment, you may have to liquidate your existing investments in FDs, savings accounts, debt mutual funds, or even in long-term investments. Once you make this payment as down payment, it is very difficult to sell the property and recover this money. So, in the sense, the investments in properties are illiquid. The second point is that if you're taking a home loan, then the meter is always down. By this, I mean that the EMI has to be paid every month. Even if you're going through a tough time at work, or if you lose your job, or you want to change your career, take a sabbatical, this becomes very difficult because you have the burden of the EMI to be paid. So these 2 points make the purchase of a loan to be a significant decision, and you have to consider this carefully. Now, people can buy a property for giving out further as rental, so it becomes an investment property, or they can take it for self-occupation. The first 2 points which I spoke about is same for both of these properties. Now, if you're taking a property and then putting it further on rental, you have to do a cost benefit analysis against other investments. And having seen the rise in prices post 2008 being very slow in India, it generally has not paid off to be a investor in a home. This is if you consider the opportunity cost that is where if you'd have just put that down payment in an FD, you would have got 5 to 7%, and then you're paying interest on the loan. All this reduces your return on investment. However, if you're taking a property for self-occupation, then it has uses beyond just an investment. There is a deep sense of satisfaction which comes with owning your home, especially after you paid the home loan. You can do up your home the way you want to, make modifications, etc. And you don't have to worry that the owner will ask you to leave in case they are selling the property or they themselves want to move in. Changing a home is quite difficult, especially if your children have friends within that area or society, and if you've also built a social circle around that society. So all these are advantages that come with a self-occupied property. However, I would urge you to buy a self-occupied property only if you can see yourself staying there for a 10-year period. If not, then it becomes a hassle to put it up for rent later, finding a tenant, managing the other payments, or paying maintenance even if nobody's occupying your property. All these become a hassle. And if you're an NRI, then you're dependent on friends and relatives or some broker to manage these activities. Even selling becomes a hassle because that requires a lot more coordination and discussion, which is difficult to do if you're not in that place or close to the place where your home is situated. So take a 10-year horizon. Remember that in large cities like Bangalore, today you could be working in Bangalore, in North Bangalore for a company, and tomorrow your opportunity could come in South Bangalore. This means your travel time has now become 1.5 hours, and you may very well shift from North to South Bangalore because you're not able to do the travel time. Now your self-occupied property has become a rented property, and the various hassles that come with it have to be managed. So putting all these points in place, I would say that you must, if you're buying a home, look for a ready property where the occupation certificate is there and the key can be handed over to you. Yes, it is more expensive than an under construction property, but if you're a serious buyer who has your down payment and the home loan sanction ready, you can bargain hard with the builder and try for the best deal. Trust me, the heartache of waiting for a property to get ready and then finding that it doesn't meet your expectations is a lot worse than having to pay some more amount for the property that you want to buy. So, with all these points in mind, I hope you can select the right home for yourself. Use these points as lenses to judge the home that you're buying. If you have any queries, please do drop a comment or reach out to me on my contact points, and I'll be happy to get back. Thanks for watching.